Hello guys, and welcome to another modeling video from the Flying Dutchman. This is a small work in progress video for my Churchill MKII. I just want to show you how far I am with this build. Now if you can see, it's quite a bit of photo etch detailing with this build. Today I have worked on the exhaust covers, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit further for you guys, so it's a little bit better to see. So these here are the exhaust covers. It's all photo etched. It was a little bit a pain in the ass to get it right. What else did I do? The air intakes, if you can see it here on the video, are already done. So I'm going to take off the turret for a while so I can flip it over. There you have it. These look quite nice to me. It's really realistic looking, much better than the plastic parts, if I may say so. What else did I do? Well, as you can see, all the hinges, they could have made workable, but I glued them stuck. For all these hatches are going to be closed for the engine. Now the turret is still loose, and it's for a reason. I need some more work inside, for there is a driver plant inside. It's already in it, but I want to paint that driver at the very last moment. So also the top of the hull is loose, and it stays loose. So I'm going to paint this separately, and finally I'm going to glue it together when all is painted. Well, here you can see the small driver sitting inside. I've got for safekeeping the towing cables inside. The driver is temporarily fixed for now. And when he's painted, I'm going to glue everything together, so no worries there. As for the turret, there are also two crew members inside. I had to alter the crew members like this one. This is the commander, and the commander, his hips were too wide, so I decided to cut off his hips. Otherwise he would not fit in the hatch. Poor guy. But at least he's sitting okay now. Crew member number 3 is only with his head and shoulders popping out. He actually does not have any arms, so it's just his head popping out. I think it's really neat looking. These are the visors. The visors, as in the kit part, they were too high, so I cut off about 5 millimeters, I think, so make them lower. I have looked on reference photos, and this is the correct way to apply them. There is a little horseshoe for luck. A little photo etch here also on the mortar. There is a small spring in the mortar also, as you can see over here. I think there's a little spring in it. And here you have the storage bin. Now there was a lot of fun to make this from photo etch. It's a large piece, so that was easy to bend. It even got a padlock on it, as you can see over here, if the camera will pick it up. Almost. And some hinges over there. So that's a nice one. Now I also replaced some cleats, I think you call it, handles. As you can see over here, the original parts were just some molded stripes, if you like. My upgrade set from Voyager did have some photo etch handles, but that meant to drill two very small holes into the turret, and then with some glue it on. That was too difficult and too much work, if to be honest. So I had in my stash some resin handles, and I replaced it with resin handles, and now they are open. If you can see, if you look really close, you can see that the handles are open now. So these look way better than the original. So that's the turret. Now the turret stays off and it's going to be painted separately. Also, the top of the hull is still loose, and it's going to paint it separately, and that's for a reason. The reason of that is the driver. As you can see, the driver is over here, and I want to paint the driver at the very last moment. So he's fixed temporarily now, but if the tank is painted and ready for weathering, I'm going to paint this little driver over here, and then at the very last moment I'm going to complete the tank and then weather it. If I'm going to glue on this right now, I'm not going to be able to reach the driver. I've got here some towing cables. They're inside of the hull right now for safekeeping. What else did I do? As you can see over here, these are the engine air intakes, like here. Also replaced with photo etch, cut off the original plastic parts and replaced them by photo etch parts. So it does look way better. There you go. Now, this is how far I am right now. So what needs to be done next? Well, quite a lot actually. As you can see over here, the midsections of the fenders are off. I have Chief to thank for this one. He mentioned to me that on a lot of pictures the midsections of the fenders were taken off, and that there was for a reason, for when they should have been hit over here, the fender will be destroyed and jam the turret. So they had left them off for a reason. So I'm going to leave them off also, and I think it looks a lot better if the nice 3-year-old tracks are on it. Now the rear fenders, as you can see, needs to be applied over here. I'm going to leave that off also for now. And that's for a reason to make it more easy to apply the wax. so I'm going to paint them also separately. There's going to be some photo etch on those rear fenders also. There are some oil canisters on them. Also on the front fenders often were left off. I'm going to keep them on, but for the same reason, to make it a lot easier to apply the tracks, I'm going to paint them separately and at the last moment apply them. So these are the tracks from Friel. These are going to be on this vehicle. Now I've got now 3 crew members, but that's not all I'm going to do with this build. I've got here a nice little box with some British tank riders. There are 5 of them. I don't know if all 5 would fit this Churchill. Probably I've got to heat up some arms and legs to make it fit properly. But these English blokes are very nice. Some faces in this kit does not look good enough to me. So for that reason I have bought some Hornet heads with British helmets. Now these faces are freaking awesome, highly detailed. So I'm going to replace the heads, the original heads, with these Hornet heads. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it, I hope. I'm sorry for my English today, guys, because I'm a little bit tired from working very hard past week. So I'm a bit struggling with my English, but I think you understand me pretty good. So there you have it. This is my progress so far. I'm still loving this build. I wanted to have some photo etched fenders also for this build, but I was thinking I'm going to leave the midsection from the fenders off, so there will no need for some photo etch fenders. So this is my build so far. So I hope to see you guys really soon. And now I'm going to take a rest, I think. Okay guys, thank you, bye bye.